Aries rising, this is your February 2024 astrology. Topics this month we're going to be discussing Aries rising is the lunations, the sun, our personal planets being Mars, Venus and Mercury, and the transits that they're making, and the houses and how they're impacting you. On February 9, there is a new moon in Aquarius, your 11th house, Aries rising. So a new moon could see you having a new beginning with a group of people, a new friendship, or even a new goal or aspiration for the future. And with Pluto just ingressed into this sign, this looks great for profound changes in regards to whatever you're connecting with in those 11th house topics. And also, I'd like to say that Uranus, which is a modern ruler of Aquarius, has just now gone direct in Taurus, your second house, which is your assets, finances, and resources. So new beginnings here with the second house and the 11th house illuminated for you, Aries rising, looks great for anchoring into something that is going to help grow your personal sense of stability and well-being in regards to your education. What are you learning or accumulating knowledge to help build you? What is beginning here, or what you're really emotionally inspired to start with other people that can help boost your finances as well. So this looks great. If something crosses your path that feels like it's lucrative in regards to associating and connecting with other people instead of going solo, or other people that are giving you a boost, go for it. This is the moment where you've got the cosmic green light. On February 24, there's a full moon in Virgo, and this is your 6th house. So illuminations, the culmination points of an emotional landscape. And Aries, this is where you could really be honest with yourself about what you need to clear or change. You want to purify and cleanse something to do with your work, your workplace, even how you associate with your co-workers, daily routines, your pets, and even your physical health. This is not where you really tear yourself to shreds, although you can feel like you want to or are, because Virgo can be very hypercritical and very detail oriented, and you could be aware that you may have dropped the ball, or you're just not that interested or intellectually stimulated anymore in regards to those 6th house topics. And purely, I would say this is because the ruling planet of Virgo, being Mercury, is in detriment, and it's currently transiting in Pisces, your 12th house of endings, self-undoing, and basically, to be really transparent, lost in the juice. So something might not be ticking your boxes when it comes to your everyday grind. The sun, Aries rising, our luminary of the sky, is transiting Aquarius, your 11th house. So this is a really joyous time, this time of the year for Aries rising, because it's where we find joy in connections with other people and our future self. On the 18th of February, the sun is ingressing into Pisces, and Pisces, this is your 12th house. So the sun, being a luminary, lighting things up for clarity, depth, and joy in your 12th house, is where you might be aware where the joy is lacking, or things that are holding you back are preventing you from having joy. So the sun transiting Pisces is fantastic for really going down those deep rabbit holes of psychology, spiritual beliefs, esotericism, also our own vices and self-undoing, and we can really give ourselves a moment here and sit with it and acknowledge it and have it illuminated, so we can clear things up before we head into Aries season. So I like when the sun goes in the 12th house. There's a lot of wisdom here that you can now bank on, because you now know for facts and a lot of experience on what it is that's holding you back, and the sun is illuminating it and letting you clear a very, very important path, which is your future bliss. Saturn and Neptune is currently transiting in Pisces, so the planet of maturation and the planet of creativity and illusion being lit up at the same time when the sun hits these planets looks great for sifting through what's real and what is not, and what needs to go and what can actually stay and be inspiring instead of detrimental to you, Aries rising. Aries rising, Mars is your ruling planet, and Mars also rules your first and eighth house. Mars has been transiting Capricorn, your 10th house of career, public recognition and acknowledgement. It's the place where you're very visual. Mars is exalted in Capricorn, so for Aries rising, this is a fantastic transit because there's determination and grit to see something to fruition and see something grow that's going to be beneficial to you and your resources. On the 7th of February, Mars in Capricorn is sextiling Neptune in Pisces, your 12th house. This aspect looks great for something that you've been developing or creating behind the scenes, now being brought out into the open, in the public, to be recognized or at least acknowledged to see if it's in line with you or you'd like to stick with it or not. So this is where you pull out the proverbial rabbit out of your hat. This is what I've been doing. I'm ready to go for it. And in a sextile configuration, looks favorable for getting recognition that you may not have anticipated or might have been nervous about. On the 13th, this is a big day, Aries rising. Mars ingresses into Aquarius, your 11th house, conjuncting Pluto, which just ingressed as well. This is powerful. Mars conjuncting powerful Pluto. This looks like sheer determination, locked into a vision for the future and happy to anchor and cement something that's going to be very beneficial for you in the long run. This could be an association, an alliance that's quite powerful, a powerful group or person coming in to assist you, a friendship that's going through a profound change, and it's quite inspiring. And I would enjoy this day on the 13th, Aries rising. I think it's going to be a great one for you. On the 27th, Mars is squaring Jupiter in Taurus, and this is your second house of self-worth, self-value, assets, finances, and resources. In a square configuration, Mars is determined to shift something in regards to those second house topics, but it may not just be time yet. So there could be discussions about finances or how assets are tied up with groups or associations or friendships, and something's just not shifting or moving as yet, but it will. It's just a transit, so hang in there. But it is a moment that is going to affect you, and you may need to zip it up a little bit for your own protection. Your personal planet Venus, Aries rising. Venus for you rules the second house and the seventh house. And Venus has been currently transiting in Capricorn, your 10th house of career, public image, how you're seen and known in the world. On the 7th of February, she's trining Uranus, that's just gone direct, in Taurus, your second house of self-worth, value, assets, resources, finances. This is a really nice aspect for an increase in your public image or how you're seen in the world, a profound change that's going to be possibly lucrative for some Aries rising out there, or just a breakthrough moment in your career. If you've been waiting to get that recognition, this could be the moment here when we have that Venus trining that Uranus in Taurus. On the 13th, Venus is sextiling Neptune in Pisces, which is your 12th house, as Mars did as well. Now, Venus sextiling Neptune looks delicious for Venusian topics being friendships, women, femininity, sextiling that divine, creative, illusionary Neptune coming together for really nice matchup in workplaces and how you're seen in the world. There could be women or just feeling connected with people on the world stage or in the public. This looks fantastic for a creative pursuit getting its moment in the sky as it did with Mars, but it's actually now being appreciated more, and there's a lot of more value to it with Venus now in that sextile aspect. On the 16th, Venus is ingressing into Aquarius, your 11th house, and Venus now conjuncts Pluto. Venus and Pluto looks fantastic for financial transformation, a big moment of a favorable, helpful ally that's going to bring a lot of value to you and is quite powerful. There could be a lot of discussion in regards to partnership, interactions with people, with finances. That is going to be a big moment of profound change. On the 22nd, Venus is going to conjunct Mars in Aquarius, the 11th house. So the two cosmic opposites coming together in the sky, Venus and Mars, now right there with each other. This looks very powerful and dynamic. This looks like a friendship that could possibly turn into a relationship, or a relationship now developing with helpful allies or groups and associations that are powerful, that are going to assist you. Something's coming together for you, Aries rising. So if there is an opportunity that comes towards you in regards to connecting with other people that is beneficial for you in your future, do it. On the 24th, Venus is squaring Jupiter in Taurus. Now, Venus rules Taurus, so the two benefics of the sky being Venus and Jupiter coming into a square. This looks great because they're benefics. There's not a lot of problems here other than what is more pleasurable. Is it the alliances? Is it the friendships? Is it my dreams? Or is that my assets? Is it my resources? Is it my self-worth and value? What is it here that's more in line with you at this time? I don't find this to be a square aspect that's going to be detrimental in any way, shape, or form. I think this is going to be a deliciously, almost clandestine fun day. Personal planet Mercury. Now again, for you Aries rising, planet Mercury rules your 3rd house and your 6th house. Mercury also currently transiting Capricorn, your 10th house of career, public recognition, and how you're seen in the world. On the 5th of February, Mercury ingresses into Aquarius, your 11th house, and conjuncting Pluto. So think Mercury, the planet of commerce, trade, intellectual stimulation and communication, what it is that we are thinking about, conjuncting that powerful Pluto. So a light bulb moment, a revelation, a profound change in our thinking, a profound change in our finances or communication. This looks very powerful, and I think this is going to be a fabulous day on the 5th of February, Aries rising. On the 10th of February, Mercury is squaring Jupiter in Taurus, your 2nd house. So contention here with finances with you and other people, or collaborations that you're anchored into. You might need to break through, or at least there's communication going on here between your 11th and 2nd house that needs to be addressed. On the 16th, Mercury is then squaring Uranus and Taurus in your 2nd house. So this is where there could be a disruption if you haven't already made a conscious decision in regards to that square aspect on the 10th. So this may be where the universe comes in and makes the change that you are possibly having trouble making, or there could just be a turnaround in the decision, or communications that were had on the 10th that take you by surprise, Aries rising. Cosmic Girl 101 signing off. I hope you have a fantastic February of 2024, and I'll catch you next month.